Good evening, Fellowship Greenville. I'm here on the porch with Karen, and it's drizzling outside, but we just wanted to take a few minutes to say hello, and I've got some important information I need to give you a little bit later on, but let me ask Karen a couple questions. So, what is the worst thing about being under quarantine all this time?
Oh, I think the worst thing is not getting to be with our family as much as we want to. I miss having my grandchildren over and doing activities with them, and I miss going to visit our other grandchildren and our children out of town. So that's been really hard.
Yeah, so we've got a son who's married to Catherine. Chad's married to Catherine. They live in Birmingham. We haven't seen them in quite a while. Our daughter Christy and Andrew and our three grandkids, Addie, Nora, and Will, live right here. So we have been able to see them some, but we haven't seen Callie and Zach and Hampton and Preston and our newest addition, Charleston, in quite a while. So we're actually looking to get to see them soon. So we're looking forward to that. So,
and while we're talking about family, whose birthday is it today?
It's Will's birthday today. So
happy birthday, Will!
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy. So, so what's the best thing about being cooped up with me all this time?
Well, I think the best thing that we've gotten some much-needed projects done around the house. We've put out mulch, stained decks, worked on fixing some things that were falling apart and breaking down, and
moved furniture from upstairs to downstairs, and downstairs to upstairs.
Yeah, moved some things around.
I'm going to the chiropractor today, by the way.
And I'm going tomorrow. So that's been a lot of fun, but I'd say the best thing is just going through it with you.
I paid her to say that on camera, but anyway, well, we hope you're weathering all this time and staying healthy and you're growing in grace and in your faith through all this time. But yeah, you know, last week we told you that we were planning on opening our services, on-site services, on May the 31st. And we have been working hard, literally for the last months, to pull that off. But in light of some new developments, we're going to have to delay the restart of our on-site services. We learned on May the 24th, last Sunday afternoon, that one of our staff members tested positive for COVID-19. And so during the planning for our May 31st reopening, this staff member was in close contact with members of the worship team and the tech team and the teaching team and the communications team. I mean, pretty much everybody that is absolutely essential to pull off a Sunday morning service. And so consequently, with all of these people being self-quarantining themselves and getting tested, and not knowing if there's going to be a second generation of people contracting the virus, we're just going to have to delay our opening. And because we don't know what the second generation might look like, we're going to basically just say our reopening date at this point is to be determined. We're not going to set another date because I don't want to get to that point and then possibly have to not open again. So the opening date is to be determined. And I was thinking about all this yesterday, and if you're working through our CBR journal, you'll know that our reading yesterday was in Ephesians 2. And what I wrote and I journaled, and you may have read this on our Facebook post or someplace online, but the thing that really impressed me, and it's always impressed me from Ephesians chapter 2, are the two words, but God. And in Ephesians 2, basically Paul says we were dead in trespasses and sins, but God made us alive together in Christ. But my point in the little devotional I wrote out was that but God applies to every part of our life. No matter what the problem is, there's a but God that introduces us to a promise. And so even though this is a disappointment to us, God is still in control, and we're on His timetable, not our own. So we look forward to reopening our online, our on-site services soon, but it's going to be several more weeks before we're able to get to that point. So again, just to be clear, we are not going to have on-site services on May 31st, but we will continue to do our online services on Sunday morning. And by the way, this decision goes for our student ministry services as well. Student ministry is going to wait until the rest of the church can open. And we'll keep you informed as we continue to work towards having on-site services again. And we're also so grateful as we were planning for the services. Lots of people stepped in to volunteer and volunteer outside the areas that they normally serve, and it will take quite a few volunteers when we do resume on-site services. So rest assured, God is in control, and we can continue to grow with Him and in Him through all of this. So as we look forward, let's spread hope and
magnify grace.
That's right. So have a good evening.